All right, our fifth one is aluminum and nitrogen together to make aluminum nitride, right? So first thing we do is we go to our periodic table, do our electron dot diagrams, right? So if I look over here, aluminum is right there. So I know if I'm counting, it goes one valence electron, two, it's in the third, so it's got three valence electrons. Where'd it go? Oh, there we go, right? It has three valence electrons around it. And then let's look at nitrogen. Nitrogen is over here. It's right there. So if I'm counting backwards, remember this column has 8 valence electrons, so 7, 6, and now it's got 5. So nitrogen is in the column that has 5 valence electrons. Let's put 5 around it. All right, so now let's figure out who's going to be the giver and who's going to be the taker of electrons. Okay, so if I look at this, right, remember the combination is we want to get to 0 or 8, right? Which one is it easier? So aluminum, right, can give away 3 electrons or take 5 electrons. It's easier to give away 3 to get to 0. So aluminum is going to be my giver, right? In an ionic bond, 1 is a giver, so that means nitrogen has to be my taker, right? And how do I know? Right? It has 5 valence electrons, right? It's easier to take 3 more to get to 8 valence electrons, right, than to give away all 5, right? So now, again, aluminum and nitrogen, it's a perfect match. Why? Aluminum wants to give away 3. Nitrogen wants 3. So guess what? Aluminum gives away all of its electrons to nitrogen like that. Now aluminum has 0, happy. Nitrogen has 8, happy, right? So now what we have to do is both atoms have changed, right? They're no longer neutral, right? They have more protons or more electrons now in its atom. So aluminum has more protons, so it's got to be a 3 plus, right? 3 more protons. Remember, the plus sign means protons, right? Nitrogen has 3 more electrons, so it's now got a 3 minus charge to it, right? Now you did it right because of 2 reasons, or 2 ways to know. One is aluminum has 0 electrons, right? In all ionic bonds, one of the atoms is going to have 0. The other atom has 8 valence electrons, right? So that's one way to find out. The other one is if I look, there's 3 plus, 3 minus. All the pluses has to match up with the minuses, and I did, right? So that's the 2 ways I know that I did this correctly. Cool. Let's move on.